Right, DFI1 students, I want to show you quickly how to FTP to a server, specifically the Prism server as a student. I'm borrowing Abby Vignul's sites to do this, so thank you, Abby, for loaning your files to me. If you'll open up your file in Dreamweaver, any of them, it doesn't matter, but I'm just using the landing page as an example here. So if you open up a file, and at the top of your Dreamweaver menu, you will see the word site. Drop down. If you've not done this before, you'll want to go to new sites. I've done this before, and most of you did in class last week or 2 weeks ago. We'll go to manage sites. So I'm going to drop to manage sites, but if you're new to this, then go to new site. We should get about the same window. If you had new sites, you'll have nothing in here. If you've already done this in class, you should have your name in here. But I've already done this with Abby, so I've got several because I've got quite a few sites that I manage or have demoed with. So I've got Abby's demonstration here. I'm going to double click on here. If you've not done this before, then there should be a plus sign right here in this dialog box. Hit that and you'll get to the same window that we're going to right now. So I've double clicked on Abby demonstration. Come on. There we go. It's slow. Sorry about that. My computer is being slow. And in here where it says site name, just put your name in there. Where it says local site folder, browse to find your root folder. That's the folder for Abby's. It was Vignul DFI Spring 21. For me, it was Johnson DFI Spring 21. Whatever yours is, get to your root folder and make sure that lands right here. You don't have to save that yet. We'll go to servers, and if you've done this before, we did it in class, it says remote server, Prism Troy. But if you're adding a new one, you haven't done this before, hit that plus sign, and we're going to go to the same place. Otherwise, you will double click here, and you'll get to this window. This window is important. Server name, just say remote server. We are going to use FTP. You'll need to enter FTP address, which is prism.troy.edu. The port 21, leave that alone. That's our default. The username is the username that you were given from IT. It should be the prefix to your @troy.edu. So if it's got numbers in it, include those as well. And it'll be @Vignul, @Prism, or whatever your URL or your email username is, @Prism. And then the password was sent to you, so insert that into that slot. If by some chance it's not working for you, make sure you retype it accurately. If you do a cut and paste, make sure you didn't grab any negative spaces or empty spaces or anything. Sometimes students have a problem with just cutting and pasting, and then it just doesn't work. It will automatically generate this web URL, which is http://prismtroy.edu. And then when it does that, there shouldn't be anything in this root directory. Do the test, and what we're looking for is success. And it should say Dreamweaver connected to your web server successfully. Okay? Feel free to pause, rewind, whatever you need to do. I'm going to click through here rather quickly. So we've got Abby set up, and maybe you're set up at this point. Once it says successful, say save. You will have to be connected to the internet for this to work, so make sure you've got access. And you should have your managed sites closed out, and you should have your one there. All right. Now, while you're in Dreamweaver, if you want to move files around, what you have to do is you go to Window and look for the word Files, about halfway down, and you will get this File Manager. And it should show your root folder and the subfiles that are in it. Right now we have these temporary files. Some of them are empty, but these folders. But we do have our landing page file. By the way, Abby, I had to rename your landing page to index. I did not overwrite your old file in case I just didn't want to mess something up for you, but I just did a save as index.html. Okay, so it would work. Every one of these folders, consider them a separate website. They need to have an index.html file within them. That means homepage. Should be not index2, not homepage.html, not anything, just index. All right. If you will look at this file manager box, you'll see an expand button, which is right here. It's a box within a box. Expand, and what you'll see to the right, hopefully, or to one side or the other, are your local files that are on your computer, and then over here will become the files that we will upload to. This is the server side. It says remote server here, and then these are the local files. We need to hit this plug, this connect button right here in the middle, and what we will have is, ta-da, should have these files. Now, I'm going to delete these files just to do them over again, okay? I'm going to delete. It will ask you, are you sure? I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to delete these folders as well. I'm just going to right click, delete, yes, right click, edit, delete, and yes, okay. What should remain, if you haven't done this before, this should be your root folder is up on the server, okay? And that's what we want to drag to. So I'm going to drag the landing page first, which is this index down here, and I'm going to drag it onto, not just into this box, but into the folder. It doesn't give you a real clear index other than that little plus sign. And that is now the HTML file moved over, but without the image that are connected to it. So I want to drag this folder over there as well. But here again, I put it into that folder. Now you guys have completed your folio page already, so we could go ahead and upload it as well. There's no reason to upload all the remaining websites that we're going to create. We will eventually. So I'm going to go up to Abby's 2 folio and put that in there as well. Okay. Now what we've got, and you should be able to expand these once it, the more it has in it, the more it's going to take to load this. If we expand the images folder, we see all of our images. Let's say, for example, that Abby wanted to replace one of these images with something else. She corrected the color, and she could simply drag like photo 3 and replace photo 3 here, okay? Or she could put it inside the images folder. But never do this. Never grab your images folder and drag it onto images. It does not replace. It just simply sticks that image folder. Oh, watch. I'm dragging that folder over there. What it did, it stuck the images folder inside of an images folder. I don't want that. That doesn't work. Okay. So let me delete that and get it back to its corrected position. Okay. And you guys are going to make corrections with everything. There's like Abby's, here again, you've named your folio page. It should be index.html, so you'll have to change that. You'll have to change all of those, okay? I'll send you a private note about what needs to be changed there. All right, hope that works for you. Make sure you save that, and anytime you want to update files, you'll need to go back to this. Go to Window, Files, and then go to your site management, and you can go from there. I'm going to disconnect now and close that window out. And good luck. I'll see you guys Thursday.